Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest events in TayNinhTV province and across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of April 27, at the concentrated area in Thanh Long Commune, the Steering Committee for Eradicating Dilapidated Housing in Châu Thành District held a handover ceremony for restitute and solidarity houses to policy beneficiary families and poor households in the district. Attending the event, there were Mr. Đoàn Trung Kiên, member of the Provincial Party Standing Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Vi, Vice Chairman of the Vietnam Fatherland Rights Committee of the province, and Mr. Trương Văn Hoàng, Secretary of Châu Thành District Party Committee.
In this round, Châu Thành District handed over the ready-to house and 7 solidarity houses to policy beneficiary families. The poor house on, near poor house on according to the central government standards, and the poor house on according to provincial poverty standards in An Bình, Ninh Điền, and Thanh Long communes. This house covers an area of over 49 square meters, and the pay ready-to provincial fund provided for 160 million dong for the ready-to house, while the for the poor provincial fund contributed for 90 million dong for each solidarity house. In addition, Fico Tin Cement Joint Stock Company donated 100 cement bags for each house. At the ceremony, the For the Poor Fund Mobilization Committee at all levels also gave gifts to the families moving into their new homes. It is known that under the project to eliminate market share and run-down housing, Châu Thành District is building and renovating 240 houses, including 55 ready-to houses and 195 solidarity houses with a total budget of over 19 billion dong. And the project is expected to be completed before April 30th of 2025 in celebration of the 50th anniversary of liberation of the South and the national reunification.
Recently, the People's Committees of districts, towns and cities across the TayNinhTV province conducted a poll to gather opinions from voters representing households on the proposal to merge the administrative units of TayNinhTV and Long An provinces. In general, the majority of voters supported it. Specifically, 312,303 votes, representing 99.57% agree with the proposal to merge the administrative units of TayNinhTV and Long An. Among these, Trang Bang Town recorded the highest approval rate at 100%, while Hoa Thanh Town had the lowest at 98.88%. A total of 1,334 votes, 0.43% were against the proposal. Based on the opinions of the Provincial Party Executive Committee, the Provincial Party Standing Committee will direct the Party Committee of the Provincial People's Committee to lead the People's Committee in submitting the matter to the Provincial People's Council for approval. This will form the basis for a report to the government to present to the National Assembly and the National Assembly Standing Committee for consideration as per regulations.
In celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Southern Liberation and the National Reunification, St. Padang Mountain will host a range of exciting events during the April 30th and May the 1st holiday this year to attract visitors. According to representatives of St. Padang Mountain, throughout April, the Padang Mountain tourist area will organize a series of activities to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Southern Liberation and the National Reunification, and this includes flag raising ceremonies every Monday morning, memorial candle lighting for the fallen heroes every Saturday evenings, and ongoing performances of unique art shows on weekends and during the April 30th holiday. Specifically for this holiday, the entire tourist area will be decorated with the flag, flowers, and themed miniature landscapes for the photo opportunities. And the buffet restaurant will also be decorated and will add an extra self-service buffet station, offering a variety of nostalgic dishes such as sticky rice with the Siam salt, boiled cassava, and famous local cakes and fruits. This is not just a meal but an opportunity for the visitors to reminisce about the difficult yet heroic times of the nation.
During harvest season has begun in TayNinhTV. However, compared to the previous season, this year durian prices have fallen by around 10,000 Vietnam dong per kilogram, currently ranging between 45,000 and 50,000 Vietnam dong per kilogram. One of the main reasons for this sharp decline is the increasing supply, as farmers have expanded their cultivation areas. Additionally, importing countries have tightened regulations on product quality. In particular, China now requires all imported children's shipments to be tested for cadmium in the diarominol, with tests conducted in laboratories officially recognized by Chinese authorities. To ensure effective children farming, the Provincial Department of Agriculture and Environment advised farmers to ensure their products meet food safety standards required by importing countries or comply with international standards. This will help them access more demanding markets and expand export opportunities in the near future. At the same time, farmers are encouraged to invest in modern technology and advanced farming techniques to improve children quality. Ladies and gentlemen, in the context of deep international integration and increasing competitive pressure, the industry sector is undergoing a significant transformation from enhancing production capacity and building brand identity to aggressively promoting markets both domestically and internationally. Through the persistence and creativity of the local business community, combined with the leadership and support of state management agencies, the industry sector is steadily asserting its growing position on the economic map of the Southeast and the nation as a whole.
With its favorable geographic location and abundant natural resources, TayNin has identified the trade as one of the pillars of its economic development. In recent years, the province has invented various programs to support businesses improving product quality, developing brands, and expanding distribution channels. One of the highlights of TayNin's trade development is this unwavering commitment to product quality. Seriousness in production thinking, along with the spirits of learning and continuous innovation, has helped TayNin businesses earn the trust of domestic consumers and laid the foundation for reaching international markets. In recent years, the quantity and quality of OCB products in the province have continuously improved. As of now, TayNin has 133 certified OCB products, including 91 rates of the 3-star levels and 41 rates of 4-star levels and one nationally certified 5-star level product. And this demonstrates the province's serious investment in both quality and branding. Receiving the certification is not the final goal for the company. From here, we will need to work even harder, and we are committed to maintaining product quality and continuously improving the production processes to deliver better products, from the core product itself to the packaging designs, to provide the consumers with the best. Now our factory meets international standards, and our raw materials are also GMB certified, which is why we have been recognized as a Vietnamese high-quality goods brand for the 14 consecutive years. The success of the non-trade sector is not solely due to business efforts. It also reflects the strategic, thorough and supportive policies of local authorities and relevant departments. And since 2019, the TayNin Department of Industry and Trade has launched a series of programs aimed at enhancing production capacities and promoting local products. Since 2019, the industry and trade sector has supported enterprises to improve their production capacity. Specifically, we have implemented a national industrial promotion project and 75 local ones. We have also organized over 60 trade promotion programs to help the businesses showcase TayNin's specialties across different regions, develop e-commerce, and support domestic and international market expansion. The achievements so far demonstrate the relentless efforts of the TayNin trade sector in expanding markets and increasing the competitiveness. And TayNin is not only a land rich in local specialties, it's a steadily shaping a new image, dynamic, innovative, and responsible also. In celebration of the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification, the Ho Chi Minh City University of Industry and Trade, in collaboration with the University of Social Sciences and Humanities, Vietnam National University, Ho Chi Minh City, and the University of Finance and Marketing, organized a national scientific conference on Vietnam's socio-economic development after 50 years of nation building and process, 1975-2025, theoretical and practical issues.
The conference welcomed over 400 delegates from central and Ho Chi Minh City level government agencies, as well as experts, scholars, and managers from university, research institutes, and businesses. The organizing committee received 205 academic papers submitted to the event. 5 key presentations were delivered at the conference, offering not only in-depth theoretical insights, but also addressing urgent and practical challenges in Vietnam's current development process. Turn to other news. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Phạm Hoài Nam, member of the Party Central Committee and Deputy Minister of National Defense, attended and directed the scientific conference titled Vietnam People's Navy Upholding Global Traditions, firmly defending national maritime and island sovereignty, organized by the Naval Service in coordination with the Institute of Strategy and History of Vietnam's National Defense. The event was a part of the lead-up to the 70th anniversary of the founding of the Vietnam People's Navy, May 7, 1955, May 7, 2025.
With more than 70 scientific presentations contributed by the military heroes, which showed just and historical witnesses, the conference reaffirmed the role and position of the Vietnam People's Navy, the sound leadership and guidance of support to the Central Military Commission and the Ministry of National Defense. It also provided an objective and comprehensive assessment of the Navy's development, combat history and contributions, and the event highlighted the Navy's essential role in the military overall growth and victories, as well as in the revolutionary cause of the Portuguese people, and it also served as an occasion to reflect on heroic achievements and glorious traditions of the Vietnam People's Navy throughout resistance wars and in the ongoing defense of the national maritime and island sovereignty.
Dear audience, after more than 2 years of implementation, the two expressway projects Bãi Vọt Hàm Nghi and Hàm Nghi Vũng Áng, which span nearly 90 kilometers through Hà Tĩnh province, are ready to open for traffic on April 28, just in time to serve travelers during the April 30th and May 1st holidays. Once operational, the two projects will complete a continuous expressway corridor stretching from Lạng Sơn to Quảng Bình, driving economic growth not only for the localities, but also for provinces and cities across the country. Born at the rush mills and scorching midday naps under 40 degrees H, now the engineers and workers on the Bãi Vọt Hàm Nghi Expressway can rest easier as they focus on refining and beautifying the road, making it more modern and safer for the public during the upcoming holiday. This is the result and proof of resilience and determination from the investors, supervisory consultants, and countless workers who have toiled day and night for over 2 years to bring the project to completion ahead of schedule. The biggest challenge in Hà Tĩnh was the intense heat and frequent rain, which affected the construction schedule, but we were determined to conquer sun and rain to meet the planned timeline. We prioritized working on areas where land was available and handled with soil foundations early. Timely payment approvals have shortened the construction period by 6 months. Along the main route of the Hàm Nghi Vũng Áng Expressway, nearly 54 kilometers in length, most of the work is now complete, ready for technical traffic clearance. As the main investor of both projects, the Thăng Long Project Management Board had to implement timely and effective problem-solving strategies. Crucially, they identified the right moments to accelerate progress and push contractors to concentrate their efforts accordingly. Both of our projects are now completed and ready to open for use before April 30th. The launch of the Bãi Vọt Hàm Nghi and Hàm Nghi Vũng Áng Expressways holds significant meaning as the country commemorates 50 years since the liberation of the South and national reunification. These two projects also play a vital role in the goal of completing 3,000 kilometers of expressway nationwide by the end of this year, ultimately establishing a continuous expressway route from Lạng Sơn to Cà Mau, a major driver for national socio-economic development.
And on the evening of April 26, Ho Chi Minh City continued its artistic fireworks display and the 3D mapping projection to celebrate the 5th anniversary of the Southern Liberation Day and the National Reunification. These activities are part of the Colors of the City event series. In addition to the lively atmosphere at the Bat Dang Wharf, many people also gather at the Nguyễn Huệ Walking Street in District 1 to watch the various art and sport programs in the Colors of the City series. The focus of the Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee building transformed into a grand 3D mapping projection with the theme Journey of the 50 Years of Heritage and Future. The program was created in collaboration with the creative teams from Vietnam, France, Belgium, and Singapore. And this is not only an opportunity to honor historical values, but also a chance for locals and visitors to admire dynamic modern beauty of Ho Chi Minh City through the cultural and sport perspectives. The activities take place from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. on April the 19th, the 26th, 29th, and the 30th of 2025.
On April 27, the Vietnam Nutrition Association held the second term Congress 2025-2030, combined with a workshop on the topic Nutrition for Cancer Patients. The event attracted over 500 healthcare professionals and experts from various hospitals, as well as associations such as the Vietnam Cancer Association and the Vietnam Stroke Association. At the workshop, speakers presented and discussed several important topics related to clinical nutrition, particularly in the treatment of cancer. The scientific reports focus on key issues such as muscle wasting in the elderly, the role of nutrition in multimodal treatments for cancer patients, and the potential application of artificial intelligence (AI) in managing and developing personalized nutrition plans. Ladies and gentlemen, Quang Tri, a land that has brought countless sufferings from war, is now the internal resting place for over 60,000 heroes and martyrs across 72 cemeteries in the province, often referred to as the land of the south of the nation. During this historical April, many groups of people have come to offer incense and flowers in remembrance of the fallen heroes. The incense that never goes out is a profound gesture of gratitude from today's generation towards the nation's history. Like a continuous stream of tradition, people from all regions return to this sacred land. In the midst of incense, gentle footsteps are heard, with pristine white flowers being placed on as silent words of gratitude as the voice of hers reaching out to the past. Today, I'm very moved. Every year, I make sure to come here to light incense at the National Martyr Cemetery in Suối Nấy and Trường Sơn to honor the comrades. Beneath the slate of body trees, thousands of martyrs' graves lie neatly alike, as through recounting pages of history written with blood and tears. Many of these graves, whether with names clearly written or still marked with unknown, represent the lost years of soldiers. On each hill slope, beside a tombstone, the incense continues to rise in silence. These incense streets are not only offerings of remembrance, but also a quiet flame that lights the spirit of patriotism, reminding us today of the value of peace and the depth of gratitude we owe. In order to educate students about patriotism, national pride, and the moral principle of drinking water, remembering Israel today, teachers and students from our school have come to offer incense. This is a very meaningful activity. The emotions of the group are filled with deep respect as we remember the sacrifice made by previous generations who gave their blood and lives to secure the independence and peace we have today. In Quang Tri, while the world has receded into the past, the heroic memories remain vivid, and in each incense stick that never goes out, in every flower just placed beside a tombstone, solemn melody or a symphony of gratitude, eternally honoring those who gave their lives for the peace of the country and the nation. And that's all for TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.